Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports, and today we have the offensive coordinator for Lincoln Prep Academy's football team, and he's brought one of his up-and-coming athletes on this interview. Who do we have here?
This is Donnell Fletcher. Like you said, I'm the offensive coordinator.
Hey,
I also have Alonzo Byrd with us, one of our receivers.
Hey, Coach. I remember you from last year when we came out before this C19 and came out on the field and met you and did those interviews. And it was like you said what y'all were going to do, and I think y'all lived up to what was being said in those interviews in 219. Let's see how we doing on 220, and let's hit it with Alonzo. Alonzo, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
All right. Hey, Alonzo, what I want you to do, tell our audience a little bit about yourself. How long you been playing football, where you played. Give some of your biddy coaches, if you played in the biddy leagues, give some of the coaches the props if you know who they were, and then talk about your freshman season. I think off camera you said you played JV, and what you expected to do in the season and what did you actually do?
So last year, coming in, I was a little rusty. But in the middle of the season, I started to find my groove and started doing better. Yes, sir. Started doing better, and I was very small, so I didn't really play varsity, but I suited up a couple times.
And what was the position you play?
I played wide receiver.
Wide receiver. How tall are you? You say I'm small and weight and all that. Run that down. Where you were at? Where you at now?
Last year I was like 5'2", 100 pounds. This year I'm 5'6", 130, 135.
You talked about that growth spurt, boy. You had a little. They popped, boy. All right. Do you like getting hit? Can a defensive player get in your mind?
No, I don't think about defense. I just worry about offense. I don't plan to play defense unless I have to.
What was the best play you had last year in your mind?
Last year, I think my best play was 628. It's where I go in motion. I also got a lot of yards off of that, and I scored.
Hey, Coach, who designed that 628?
You looking at him.
Oh, baby boy. Why did I ask that? Why did you see that play so successful?
I mean the speed that he has. You talking to me or him?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give to both. Go ahead, Coach.
Okay.
No. I want to see what he has to say, and then because you designed the play, I want to see how he sees the play. Go ahead, D'Angelo.
I see the play. I think it's very successful because they'll have 3 lead blockers, and if they block correctly, we'll get downfield and score or get a lot of yards off of it.
All right, Coach, what was the play designed for?
I mean, it's a jet sweep. I mean, it's designed for, kids that can get out in space, got some speed, get around and turn the corner. And, the reason he had a lot of success was he's one of those kids. I mean, we got a few of them on this team that can turn the corner and go wherever they wanted to go. I mean, and we teach our receivers to be very physical on the outside. So we trust their blocks, and so that's why the play is successful for us.
All right. Hey, Alonzo.
This program is brought to you by Dye Electric LLC, Energy in Motion.
What was your thought pattern? I think you said you were coming to the varsity games. How did you see the team progressing? And was your teammates buying into the coaching staff's strategic plan and strategy? From your point of view.
All right. I think we had a very disciplined team. We all listened, and we didn't fight, or we got along, and that took us a long way.
what do you see your personal season looking like for 220, 221?
220. I see me being a team player, um, doing good things, getting good blocks, scoring a couple times.
With Cascade Sports being home of the student athlete, how important is your education?
I think education is very important. Just stay ahead, and if you stay ahead, then you won't have to catch up.
Uh, who's been a mentor in your sports life? Name some of the coaches that have helped you get to the point that you're at now, whether they are with Lincoln Prep or with other organizations, and not excluding the coaches that you work with at Lincoln Prep.
Um, Coach Lowe, he's the head coach. He helps me a lot. Coach Fletch helps me a lot. He's my receiver coach, so he taught me basically everything I know as a receiver. And outside of Lincoln, uh, Coach Graham has taught me a lot for baseball, and he's taught me that the game is more mental. Don't let nobody get in your head.
That was my next question. That are you a student of the game?
Yes, I am. I keep my composure on the field, and I don't let anybody get to me.
Hey, coach.
Yes, sir.
Talk about let's talk about your win. You played one game thus far.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that game. Tell our audience a little bit about that. And Alonzo, did you play?
Yes, I played.
All right, we're gonna talk to you after Coach. Give me a rundown. Give our audience a rundown.
I think our game last week, we won. We played St. Joe Benton. We won 42-0. Defense played a great game. Started off pretty fast, was able to kind of keep everything under control for us. Offense, we lined up a little wrong a couple times. Most coaches, we perfectionists, so we looking for the things that we can improve on. But I think all in all, it was a great effort. This season, this COVID season is a little different than past, where you can have 7-on-7s during the summer. You can have jamborees and maybe a scrimmage. And just the first time to get out there and play anybody different was just, everybody trying to get their feel of what the game looks like and going against a different opponent. But I thought we took the challenge pretty well.
Tell me this: where do you see the strengths in Lincoln's team? I think I seen some tweets or something. I think y'all got one of them daggone John Riggins as a daggone quarterback that I know if he gets through the line, the defensive backs do not want to see him.
No, yeah, he's definitely a low. Our strength of our team is really, we have 4 Division I kids on our team that have Division I offers. We have Howard Brown, who's committed to Iowa State. We got Jermaine Hamilton, who's committed to Arkansas. We have Tabichi, who's committed to Auburn, and we have Marcus Bass, who has 4 different offers: Army, Navy, Air Force, and University of St. Thomas. So we got a lot of guys that they're playing at a high level, but I think our biggest strength to our team is our closeness, how we are as family. That's what keeps us going. And not to mention, 3 of those players is playing in their front 7, so it's hard to get the ball off and run on.
Tell me this. I think I told you I started my company at Lincoln Prep, really with the basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Draper, Coach Ramsey. Draper's out in California now, but I got a special place in my heart. And I don't know whether you know my grandson, Nelson Mosby, he up there at Lincoln playing basketball, can't make up his mind on football. I was telling him,
So come on out.
Yeah. So now, Alonzo, tell me, what did you do in the game, this past game? Tell me some of the high points in the game for you personally, and tell me some things that you fell short on.
The last week I had a lot of good blocks, and I got the ball a few times. And
What was I'm saying, describe, I got the ball a few times. Was you going across the middle, baby boy?
No,
Or was yeah, all right. Well, tell our audience what kind of receiver are you? You do. I got some speed. I got from 4.1, 4.3 speed. I can run the out real well. You know, tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
I got some speed. I'm very shifty.
I like that. Hey, coach, you nodding your head. He's shifty.
Yeah, he's very shifty. No, he's very good in space.
All right.
Extremely good in space.
See, because, hey, Alonzo, a lot of college coaches look at these interviews and they see what you're saying, then they go to Max Prep or something and see some footage. That's where this is your currency. So you shifty. One thing I noticed in your conversation that I really, really like, you wasn't talking about what you was catching, you was talking about what you was blocking. And that is excellent. Most coaches, that's what they want to know, that they wide receivers and they people can block just like they can catch. So what were some things where'd you catch the ball at this last game?
Last game I ran a lot of jet sweeps, and I caught maybe one slant up the middle.
So you were getting handoffs?
Yes.
All right, and using your speed to stretch the field?
Handoffs and a lot of screen passes.
Screen passes. Hey, Coach, where you see this young man going?
I see him. He's gonna have a big future. You know, the games that he's had from going from a freshman to a sophomore, like he's in our top 3 rotation right now, and that's coming from a freshman to a sophomore. I mean, we got seniors on the team, and he's moved up in that spot. So he's improved enough in his blocking, and you know, like you talked about the blocking, and like they know they don't get the ball if they don't block. So,
all right.
So that's the biggest part of that's you know, everybody has to be, it's a we and not a me.
How important is it for you, Coach, to have a good administration behind you, good athletic directors, good superintendents, and people that understand that it's more to school than just the academics, and being an athlete representing your school, your community is a major part, and that you have to have the financial commitment and other commitments to run a top flight program. And I know I'm long-winded, but what I see with your program right now, I see Lincoln Prep creating a conveyor belt of top flight athletes at this point. This is not like no flash in the pan. This is like something that is getting ready to be perpetual, especially now that you have your field.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal right there. I mean, I think with sports and like admin, I think that Dr. Bedell definitely is a sports guy. And, you know, so if you notice when he got in, all the schools got fields. So, you know, our field's a little bit different than everybody else's.
I love that field. I love them colors. They just jump out at you.
Yeah, and that was the goal with that. You know, that was something that we decided to do. I mean, as a football program, you know, there's a lot of things that we done in-house to try to get these things taken care of. I mean, you know, but like I said, a good administration is very important. You know, athletic directors that allow you to be able to go out on your own and do some of the things that you need to get done.
Like this, like this interview, per se.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me this. I'm cutting you off a little bit. What would you have to say? Because we're going to wrap this up. What would you have to say to the Lincoln Prep alumni, the audience, on coming out and supporting the Tigers?
Well, one thing I'd like to say is thank you first and foremost. You know, those alumni paved the way for what we do right now. So this isn't just our program, this is their program. And, you know, to be honest with you, without them, we may not have that blue field out there. You know, a lot of them went into some meetings and fought for us to have those type of things. So the first thing I want to say is thank you. And the second thing is, like, keep on coming out and supporting us. You know, like I said, this is their program. So we want them
What's
around.
your next game? Give them a little something on what your next 2 games are, if you can pull that off the top of your head.
We're actually about to leave to go play Lansing right now. We're going to Lansing up in Leavenworth to play them. Then next week we got Lawrence Free State.
At
we're
home?
away both games. No, we're away both games.
When is the next game you have at home?
The next game we have at home is 2 weeks. In 2 weeks we play, I believe it's East.
All right, so I probably will have y'all on again after probably Monday or Tuesday to see bring another couple of your athletes on like this to talk about what took place. All right, Lorenzo, in closing statement, Mr. Nelson, Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
What would be some of your closing words? And even though you're a young sophomore, what advice would you give to a young freshman coming up in this system so that they can rise the way you've risen?
Some advice I would give is don't give up. Keep working. If you're not where you want to be, keep putting in the work, and eventually you're going to get there.
And I'm giving you the real CIA. How many catches are you predicting that you're going to do this season so we can put the rewind on here?
How many catches? All
right, I'm gonna reclassify that. How many catches, 10 yards or more? How many catches straight to the end zone? And do you play on any special teams?
I play kickoff.
Kickoff, and how many tackles?
I'm in the back of the diamond on kickoff return.
Give me numbers on that. How many tackles do you predict you'll have on kickoffs? Mm-hmm. How many catches that you gonna have that are more than 10 yards? And how many actual touchdowns? I want you to give me.
Right. For kickoff, I'll say I'll get maybe 5 to 10.
5 to 10 tackles, coach. Make mental note.
All right.
And is that possible for him?
It definitely is. It definitely is. I mean, I want him to get them all tonight, though.
All right. And how many catches are you predicting? 10 yards or more.
For the whole season or this game?
The whole season.
For the whole season, I'll say 10 plus.
10 plus catches. Is that realistic, Coach?
Yeah,
that's definitely realistic.
Because you offensive coordinator.
We spread the ball around.
Now touchdowns. How many touchdowns? That's the big thing with me now. How many? Because I can really rewind. So you say you're gonna get 10 touchdowns. You only got 1 or none. How many touchdowns you think Coach is gonna put you in position? Got to get in position to get that ball.
I'll say maybe 3 to 5, maybe more.
I like that. Hey, Coach.
I like that.
We got a student of the game.
Yeah, he understands. That's what I brought him on here, because he understands.
Yeah. But see, some of these kids, they'd be unrealistic.
Yeah.
About what they can do and what have you. And from everything you said about his pedigree, he has the possibilities to be a go-to man.
Yeah, he definitely does.
For you, as a student athlete, who do you model your play after? College player or high school player or pro player? Who do you model yourself after?
I don't know. I really like to be myself.
I
I don't
love
watch
you.
I don't watch college ball that much, but I like the way Julio Jones play. I like the way a lot of receivers play.
You got a favorite Chief?
I like the Chiefs. Chiefs my favorite team.
Yeah, I said you got a favorite Chief, a favorite wide receiver or something like that, since that's your position.
I like Tyreek Hill.
Hill? All right.
Yes.
All right. Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I was talking to Coach Mize the other day out at Lee Summit North. And Tyreek Hill's supposed to be coming out there helping with some assistant coaches. Coach, what Lincoln got up with some of these pro athletes? Who you got helping you? We got to be drilling too. Tell us what's up, baby boy.
We got some stuff in play, but we're not supposed to talk about it right.
All right, it's under the table. All right. It's
they want to keep themselves under wraps.
All right, but the main thing is, especially with the covert, the social issues. And this is specific because I'm going to have some programs with high school athletes, and Lincoln definitely to participate in on them talking about how they feel, not just as athletes, as Black teenagers, what they're going through from an athletic standpoint, from a realistic standpoint, and give their viewpoints. So, and
now I will say this though. I will say we do have a player that comes out and is very great. I mean, he's outstanding with our young men. He talks to them. So now I don't know if he really wants everybody to know.
Right.
But we appreciate him. And if he gets a chance to see this, I want him to know thank you.
Well, there's no chance to see it. I'm gonna be sending a link, and then you send him the link.
Yeah, I'll send it to him.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna be watching you, son.
Get your popcorn.
I got my eye on you.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah. All right. Hey, you shouting out, young man? You want to shout out to anybody?
Shout out my family. Shout out Lincoln Prep. We're gonna do big things this year.
Oh, I like that. You shouting out, Coach? Wife, family?
My
dad,
wife and
mom?
family. Yeah, my wife and family, my mom, my dad. He's always with me. My dad passed away a few years ago, but he's always with me. He's the first person. He's the first coach I ever had, so he's still teaching me now. All
right. That at this time, I think we really have to look back and look at whose shoulders we standing on, whether they here or not here. And as I say, give them their props. And I'm glad that I talk to my kids all the time. Your father ain't gonna be here all the time, and you need to take note and have conversations. Same to you, young man. As we always say in closing, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Good night.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.